This is something I really wish someone had told me sooner. Overthinking isn't happening because you're thinking too much. It's happening because your brain is trying to solve problems that literally have no answers. Think about it. You don't spend hours obsessing over what to eat for lunch today. You don't lose sleep over which pair of shoes to wear either. But the second it involves something you can't actually verify, what are they thinking about me? What if I make the wrong choice? What if I regret this 5 years from now? Boom, your brain kicks into overdrive. And when that analysis goes way too far, your own thoughts turn around and attack you. It wears down your spirit, drains your energy, and strips away all control over your own mind. So forget advice like just stop thinking so much. That's impossible, and it's just not realistic. What you actually need is a mental filter. In this video, I'm giving you 2 practical toolkits to take back control of your thoughts. It's a super familiar approach, but most people use it completely wrong, and without realizing it, they just push themselves deeper into the mess. Let's be honest, nobody is immune to overthinking. Overthinking isn't some character flaw. In evolutionary psychology, that ability to analyze potential threats, that's literally what kept humans alive. A little anxiety is actually necessary. In fact, only mindfulness masters, people who've trained for decades, can fully master the flow of their own awareness. But then why has this become a global psychological epidemic today? If you grew up with the internet, you need to understand this. Your brain's been bombarded with information ever since it was still developing. And the most dangerous thing we're facing right now? Short-form content. Videos under 1 minute on social media. These algorithms are literally engineered to get your brain hooked. Every single day, you scroll through hundreds of these shorts. TikTok, Reels, Shorts, swipe up, flashy edits, fast-paced music, dopamine injected straight into your brain. Biologically speaking, your body is just sitting still on the couch, but inside your head, your brain is completely overloaded, constantly swerving just to chase this massive fire hose of data. Long-term, this creates a hypersensitivity syndrome. So when you finally put your phone down and step into the real world, a world that's naturally way quieter, your brain just refuses to shut off. It takes one tiny detail from your day and blows it up into a full-blown storm. Like a quick frown from your boss at 2 p.m. or an unanswered text from your partner. It starts making assumptions, obsessing over things that already happened, and spiraling into fear over things that haven't even occurred. But look, we can't just keep blaming the algorithm forever. This is just where society evolved. If the root cause is a brain overflowing from an endless stream of information, then the key to escaping it is building a mental filter. This is where we need thinking frameworks to guide our thoughts and take back control. Truth is, there are plenty of methods out there for emotional stability and awareness training. But I'm going to share 2 of the most practical, easy-to-use toolkits that can help you right now when those racing thoughts are wearing you down. Let's talk about the first tool, externalizing your thoughts, or in plain English, write to release. It's based on Professor James Pennebaker's famous expressive writing method and cognitive restructuring from CBT psychology. I know what you're thinking. Oh, great. Journaling again? Done it. Doesn't work. Just makes me feel more messed up. Yup. You feel messed up because you're treating the paper like an emotional dump station. You spill all your rage, anxiety, and panic on it, then slam the notebook shut. That ain't therapy. That's just you moving the trash from your head onto a piece of paper. Trash is still trash. The right way here is write to restructure. It works on super clear neuroscience. When a thought stays in your head, it's a ghost. No shape, no boundaries, just bouncing around, triggering your amygdala, the brain's fear center. But the second you grab a pen and put it down, you force your brain to switch from feeling mode to language mode. You drag that ghost out into the light. Right then, your prefrontal cortex, the part in charge of logical thinking, jumps into work. The standard process is just 3 steps. Stupidly simple, but crazy powerful. Step 1, name it. Open your notebook. Write literally 2 or 3 short sentences describing whatever's driving you nuts. No rambling. Example. Instead of writing 5 pages on how scared you are of getting fired, write, "Boss just slammed my report this morning. I'm scared I look incompetent and might lose my job." Step 2. Pause and look. This is the step 90% of people skip. Done writing? Take a deep breath and actually read those lines with your eyes. The exact moment your eyes see those words on paper, your brain registers, "Ah, the problem is over there. It's an object outside, it is not me." The gap between you and your thoughts is officially created. Step 3. The 2 holy-grail questions. Now, play the cold, ruthless critic. Run those lines through these exact 2 questions. Question 1, is this in my direct control right now? If the answer's no, like what your boss thinks, your coworker's attitude, past mistakes, or the economy crashing, cross it out. Thick, dark line right through it. That physical act signals to your brain, done with this. Question 2, if yes, what's the micro action I can do in the next 5 minutes? Pay attention to that word, micro. Don't write, "I gotta redo the whole report perfectly." Your brain's gonna freak out and overthink again. Right? Open the file, fix chart number 3. The second a real action pops up, the overthinking cloud just vanishes, because the human brain literally can't focus on real action and overthink at the exact same time. Action is straight up poison to anxiety. If the first tool helps you clear out the mental trash, this second tool is your emergency brake. It stops an overthinking storm dead in its tracks the exact second it forms. In modern psychology, we call this a pattern interrupt. It blends pattern interrupt from NLP with MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reduction, the medical stress relief method developed at the University of Massachusetts Medical School. Picture your brain like a scratched vinyl record. Every time the needle hits that spot, it gets stuck, playing that same annoying tune over and over. You can't stop it by yelling at the turntable. You gotta reach out and physically lift the needle off. And right now, I want you to try this with me. Yeah, right this second. Doesn't matter if you're on the subway, cooking dinner, or lying in bed. I'm gonna ring a bell. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Do this with me. 3 steps. Just 5 seconds. Stop. Hands off the keyboard. Stop scrolling. Freeze whatever thought is running in your head. Relax. Drop your shoulders down. Notice how tense they were. Unclench your jaw. So many of us are gritting our teeth without even realizing it. Breathe. Deep breath in through your nose and slowly blow it out through your mouth. You feel that? That quiet little gap that just showed up between you and that racing mind a second ago? That's the gap of consciousness. Don't sleep on these 5 seconds. You know why top tech giants like Google, Nike, or Adobe build quiet rooms and make their employees practice these micro pauses? They're not doing it for fun. Neuroscience proves that scattering these micro pauses throughout your day resets your autonomic nervous system and drops your cortisol, that stress hormone, faster than any pill can. You don't need to climb a mountain and meditate 3 hours a day. Just set random chimes on your phone. Once every 60 minutes, bell rings, interrupt the loop, drop the shoulders, breathe. You're retraining your brain, turning it from a wild, out-of-control beast into a loyal partner. Listen, I want to be real with you for a second. There will be days when you use both of these tools and the storm inside your head still won't quit. Don't beat yourself up. Don't sit there thinking, "Man, what's wrong with me? I can't even stop my own thoughts." Hear me out. Overthinking isn't always just a bad habit. Sometimes it's a biological defense mechanism. When you've been through trauma, betrayal, or devastating failure, your brain remembers that pain. It constantly runs negative worst-case scenarios right now. For what? To protect you. It thinks if it can predict every single bad thing that could happen, you won't get caught off guard. You won't get hurt again. In other words, your overthinking is just a scared little kid inside you, crying out to keep you safe. So instead of hating it, look at it with some empathy. If those thoughts come with panic attacks or deep unhealed wounds from your past, reaching out to a therapist or a professional counselor isn't weakness. It's the bravest thing you can ever do for yourself. But if you're just struggling with the daily grind of modern life, start today. You don't gotta change your entire life overnight. Just a small notebook, a reminder chime, and a deep breath when things feel out of control. You are not the thoughts running through your mind. You are the one watching them. The wheel has always been in your hands. Right now, before you scroll to the next video, do one last pause with me. Drop your mouse, drop your shoulders, take a deep breath in, and let it out. If this video gave you a little peace of mind that you needed, drop a comment down below. Let me know what's been taking up the most space in your head lately. I read every single comment, and Deep Shift is here to help you crack the most complex codes of the human mind. I'm Deep Shift. I'll see you in the next journey.